to the facts show with Miss O. Woohoo! Hey, how you doing? Good. Woohoo! Before I get started with this week's lab of omelets, I just want to show you guys that I'm wearing pants and shoes. Like, Crocs are cool again, guys. I've had these since 2006. That's how old they are. Time to wash my hands and take my bracelets off. I did that. My hair's also up. I'm going to rinse off my vegetables with warm water. Alright guys, two things. One, it is 9:45 at night and I am making an omelet because I have lost all concept of day and time during this pandemic world, but that's alright. So you will see that I have my mise en place. So my vegetables are in bowls ready to be prepped. My cheese is out, my mixing bowl, all of my tools, my eggs, everything I need is out and ready to go. Mise en place. You know that by now. Duh. So I have my green pepper and I'm going to dice it. I'm going to use the claw. I'm going to hold my knife the correct way. So I'm going to start by chopping my pepper in half. And then I'm going to scoop out all of the inside. Beautiful. I don't need this half because I'm only one person and I, don't make that much pepper. So I'm just doing half. I don't need this one either. I only need this. Remember that a dice is even sized squares. Remember, we're going to use a serrated knife for tomatoes. Ta-da! Now I'm going to take 2 eggs and I'm going to crack them into my mixing bowl. And I don't want to leave the eggshells on the counter. I want to put them directly into the trash can. If you get a piece of shell in there, use another eggshell. That's the best way. I'm going to take a fork. I'm going to take a fork and I'm going to lightly whisk up and scramble my eggs. Now I don't want to over whisk them because if I add too much air in there, it's going to take longer to cook. Now I'm going to put my peppers and tomatoes right in there. Mix it up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to put this in the sink. I don't need it anymore. Alright guys, so I'm going to start by putting my stove on medium heat. So high is 10, low is 1, so I'm going to put it right in the middle. I might even go a little bit lower. Now, I'm going to take the lid off. I'm going to get my cooking spray. You could also choose to use butter instead. Cooking spray is going to be a little bit healthier and a little bit more non-stick, which is nice. And it's actually going to not burn as quickly, whereas butter can burn pretty quickly. Now, does anybody know how to tell if the pan is hot already? I hope I didn't cover the microphone. Sometimes I do that. Anybody know how to tell if the pan is hot already? I'll leave a pause here in case you want to answer. If you said touch it, we're going to fight. You know more kitchen safety rules than that. You're going to get some water on your fingers and you just go. And if you can hear a sizzle, that means it's ready. I'm going to try and record the sizzle, but you may not hear it. So let's just try really hard. Hopefully you guys heard that. That means it's ready. So now that it's ready, I'm going to take my omelet and I'm simply going to pour it in. Now, the good method to an omelet is the swirl technique. You want to get all the edges on the edge of that pan. If your edges turn brown too quick, that means that your heat is too high. You can always adjust the heat, right? Not everybody's stove is exactly the same, so if you need to lower your heat or raise your heat, that's perfectly fine. Okay, I'm going to keep swirling. I'm going to put the lid on. The lid's going to allow the top to cook a little bit faster. So cooking an omelet actually doesn't take that long. I'm going to lift my lid and I'm actually going to scrape the sides of my omelet like this. Just scrape them down and then I'm going to twist again so that all that liquid can go to the side and cook a little bit faster. Here is now also where I'm going to add my cheese. Now, let's be honest, you guys probably know me and you know my obsession with cheese. You might remember the string cheese from last year. Right, so I'm going to keep that on there and I'm going to put my lid back on until the whole thing is solid, no liquid. So I'm going to take this now and I'm going to start my flip. Okay. I'm going to put my lid back on, leave it there for about 30 seconds. Now here's the catch. If you try this at home and you fail, you have to clean it up. Not my best work. I can do a better job next time. The thing about cooking eggs is that you want to go low and slow. That means you want low heat and you want it to go slow so you don't burn the eggs. That's going to be the best way to get an egg without burning it. So sometimes it does take a little long to sit here, although overall this may be about 5 or 6 minutes of cooking, but that's going to be your best turnout for your omelet. Okay, we're going to try again. No! Turn your stove off. Guys, if you break your omelet, it's not the end of the world. I do it all the time. It's still pretty omelet shaped, but you know that last flip, I kind of messed it up. Don't tell Gordon Ramsay he's gonna call me a donut. It's gonna be a whole thing. But nice healthy omelet for you guys to eat. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you clean up. Bye.